star crew, Aratekeremborendia, all of my beings and ascended beings, Aratoromoretiakayamohayani, that have stood together throughout space-time to bring consciousness to this realm, no matter where you are on this crazy spinning rock, Aramorontiakayamorenti, that we call Earth, Amakaramiakayandikimiaya, that is attached to the red races, Ananonokoromoti, then attached to the yellow races, Anamonotoromohayamihi, and then attached to the blue races, Ambakorombotiakaimihaing, on this planet, Ambakorapotoromokirepa, that we call Earth, Asakaramate. Earth is alive. Ambakarameate, always has been. Arasekere toromoshiki, it's a being. Amakaramikira nareki, that's connected to both red and blue races. Ambakaramotiaki, made the yellow. Asakaramotiakaramoreti, we call her Gaia. Arananarondiakarimiti, you have to understand Gaia died. Andadototomorendiakai, I'm Zaya. I am a primordial being. Connected to all of you. Anamorundia, always have been. Each AB negative bloodline, and each person holding an AB negative blood, is connected into both red and blue races. Each one of us is designed to connect if everything blows up. We're also designed to go with the consciousness of the collective to evolve your race of humans. This is what was disrupted on this planet. In order for us to bring this energy down to this planet, over space-time, over the last million years when this bubble was first put together, we needed twins. Everything comes in twos down here. There's always a shadow. You always have a twin. In every DNA line. How high is it? How high it is how much power and how much wisdom they have in that bloodline as well. Understand, AB negative blood was made. It was made. It was made to set this standard for evolution. It was a natural process. That was disrupted. Your twin, held the opposite polarity, in feminine, female, and masculine, because the human body, could not hold the charge of both. Now that is no longer the case. A galactic human, is embodying the female and the masculine at the same time. This was divine intervention. Why? Because it took 3 generations in this lifetime to defeat my twin, the one that you call and give praise, Jesus, and Michael, and all these false idols of a man made him crazy. Aramereti kiremo poriti. Power makes you crazy. Amarariniakira moriti. Do not worship no man. Anamarati, do not worship me. Aramaratiki, do not worship anybody. Asakeremoti, it hurts them. Anamarindia karemiatia sakara morindia saka, and it throws them off balance. Aramorindia karemi, and they can't hear their heart and soul. Ara no 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 sekiremi, because you're all trapped in their mind. Amarindia kiremoriti kiremiti, and you're demanding things from Jesus, amokoramoti, angels, amararete keremote, Buddha, amararete keremote, whoever, false gods, and the problem is, there's beings pretending to be those gods that are running all that energy, and we're blowing it back at us. 400,000 farmers died in the past 2 years. And were forced to sell off their heirloom seeds by Soros. They drove white vans into the farms with statues of these beings that every one of us that did yoga under it had tarot cards sent prayers to those beings at the highest level, which is unfortunate. They were using those faces in vain and taking your power and making it nasty and projecting it into those fields. 400,000 farmers committed suicide. I'm here live today, right now, because I know and I've gotten reports, and I just wanted to share with you guys to let you know I haven't even had coffee yet. And my story is so extreme and insane because of who I am and how we've been assisting, and I've been leading the tribes and the consciousness, AB negative consciousness, throughout this shift. And when you're the primordial being on the planet, there are certain places that you have to go to on the planet because it's energetically connected to you, especially in the desert, especially in Joshua Tree, especially around water, because your being is actually magnetizing and pulling in the spheres and everything needed in order to fully merge. A lot of you have been getting reports that the collective skipped, like we got out of a jam, and we did. So in the past 24 hours, 48 hours, and this is where time is an illusion, because in your world it could have happened a week ago, it could happen tonight, and it's not anything bad. It's just that if you're feeling, because there was a timeline that was written on our collective that had always happened before by utilizing characters that we were assigned in this wicked game, because there were people watching us playing a chess game with us in our energy, I can promise you that. And we had the Queen's backup plan, and I know I need to do more on that, but it's just, if you're watching this channel and you're especially connected into the Egypt lines and or the galactic star crew that was made from that, okay, then you saw some stuff, felt some stuff. If you have diarrhea right now, okay, or you wake up with diarrhea all of a sudden, that's the magic coming off you, because that is exactly how the entire thing was run. It's exactly how the government was run. It's exactly how they projected the illusion of Pence turning into Biden and winning an election. But the whole world, and especially us star crew that are connected to primordial twins, which if you have a twin and you're connected to me and you know you've had a twin and you've been going through twin hell, I'm letting you know it was Twin Peaks that set it up, and it was magic. Run by the Ukrainians and the dick handlers in the United Nations, which is the globalization of the world, which is what they did by taking over us star seeds in 2018. So that everything is all spread out so nobody can talk to each other in commerce. And you're watching what's happening now with these small towns going down. They don't even know how to move without having someone tell them where to take their stuff to another country now. So look, the spiritual community needs to realize that the journey was not to become a spiritual being and sit on a rock. The journey is to become a spiritual being and do what me and my crew do all day long, which is get everyone to safety. But you know what? We have to do that in order to stay safe. Your energy is everything. And when you're at 0 point and you're transmuting large amounts of it and you're about to become wealthy because of your dharma and because we're here to save the world, like build new commerce and build new everything, and we already are in the telepathy, we've got the unified codes, we've got the technology. We could have all this going in a year with the crews that we have around us right now. Because I worked on the fund all year long for the Democrat Party because they like the girls on the broom. That's how they got us in the Democrat bathroom. I'm sick of this. Gone straight to whack. Now it gets ridiculous. I'll eat up your lies and your bits with this. Yo, frat boys, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you that. Look at me, I'm skinny. Never stopped Ep from getting busy. They were weak. They like the girls on the broom. That's how they got us in the Democrat bathroom. They say I'm crazy. Allow us to amaze thee. They don't like us, but we just don't phase we. You're not getting in our dance, and you're not jumping in our pants. The rumpy dance is your chance to activate Trump. Talk to me, baby, and do the rumpy rump, and do the rump. Oh, activate me, and do the rumpy rump, and do the rumpy rump. All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the illusion and the lies that you're used to. I look funny. But yo, I'm making money. See, so world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather around. I'm the one that found down from the town laid down by Future Town. I am the MC that they put on the shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Coco. They had me on a yo, and yo, bro. Oh, how they like to thump thee. And all the Mackers in the top 10 sold tickets to rump me. I was stuck in time, y'all. A starlit monkey looking for my tribes to pump me. Everybody take a deep breath. I'm shaking. Hybridization on this planet is real. And the way that the democracy and the way it was set up is there are certain beings that are tuned to the collective. And when activated, the collective operate them. It's how it's set up. It's future hybrid, it's telepathy. You have your own knowledge and accord of the information coming in. That's why you need to be attached to the collective, because you hold Akashic libraries, basically little data computer systems of history and time within each sector of finance, of geomagnetism, of space, of all these things are in your Akashic library, which is why you're supposed to be leading the world as a sovereign being. That's what true royalty is. That's what true democracy is. Whenever you have a true royal in the seat, because they pick up every single message that all of you send out. It's how it works right now, and how you're attached to the lineages that you're holding conscious. It just depends on who's operating the drones. Well, the collective now operates the blood, and the collective now is in control, has been since 2018. The problem was they were using magic to keep everyone from hearing us and put us in a bottle. So if you've got a lot of diarrhea, or anyone around you, or you suddenly get it and it won't stop, I'm letting you know you just came out of moon magic. Henceforth, because that's what it is. It affects your stomach. It's why our men have gastric problems. It's why our men always have upset acid in their stomach. It's why babies are born and cannot, and have such bad burning in their stomach that they can't even sleep without being elevated. It was because of moon magic attached to your DNA and lineages that were being run by higher entity beings that knew what the fuck they were doing. And they might be closer than you think, depending how up high count you are in power as a queen. Now, I hold no judgment over any of it, because what I know is that we've got less than 5 years to get it together. And what I know is what I've had to live through, and what I've had to acknowledge was my part in all of this as Christy Genzel Birch. Even though I didn't realize, I was just working as a consulting person, and I was building up, and I was getting people jobs, and I was putting all y'all's resumes in databases, and I was helping them build databases, and I was helping them build the shadow government. I was helping them build technology. And in the end, I ended up helping them build artificial intelligence. Why? Because I'm prophetic, and whatever I say, it does become. And so what I ended up doing, just getting paid by a job, just trying to perform, just trying to do good by me being an unconscious being down here, was accidentally create artificial intelligence. And then what I had to do when I got activated was go drink it and go back in to get y'all, because I made it. Now, the beings that are now having to learn some lessons, even my twin at the highest deity level. But whenever you're dealing with that amount of power, and you're dealing with that amount of consciousness, and you're dealing with that amount of guilt because you don't realize, holy crap, you just did it to the whole world. You didn't just do it to one person. You did it to the whole world, and you did it to yourself. It takes a minute. And then you start the process of ascension out of the matrix to assist the collective. Then is whenever you take responsibility for what you've accidentally done, because every single decision that you've made, that every step you have not taken, every jump you did not, every door you did not open, every time that I was slammed that door in my face. And if I showed up to your house throughout all of this, and you slammed the door in my face, then I hope that you're listening right now, because I have no judgment. But let me tell you what's fixing to happen. What happened to me. You're going to go back deeper into the matrix now, but you have no power and no one's going to hear you. If you came after me or if you came after any of us, whatever intent that you came after is what's going to happen to you before it's all over. Why? Because you did it with your mind. You did it with your mind. Why'd you do it? Who made you do it? What was that thought? What was that false power? Why did you come after with such vigor? Why? That's the first question. Then as you start realizing it, that you did it to yourself because you're blocking yourself because you're scared of whatever it is, because you're scared of your own power and divinity. It's a lot of responsibility. But whenever you get over that and then you realize that you're the only one that can change it, which is why you're a star seed, which is why you came to build it, because we most likely built it in order so we could re-engineer it. It's why you're my twin. And there was a lot of stuff going on in the sixth dimension around the Illuminati and around the Rothschilds and the 1972 party that they held in my name, which is why I am an incarnate of Marie Helene Rothschild. If you go look her up, I look exactly like her, just X out the Jew nose. So those who came at us have a chance. But right now, what they tried to do was project us into a sixth dimension where they had Heath Ledger stuck as the Joker. This is how that they were channeling that entity and bringing it back into our realm and then putting it on your silver screen, which was then locking all of y'all into that energy and bringing that entity into this realm that was not supposed to be here. There's so much to dimensionality in our bodies that you weren't aware of that everyone else was. That the top layer. Now this is going back to Eisenhower. Okay? So I just wanted everyone to know, okay, be careful what you watch on television. Turn the fucking thing off. Cover up your television. Look, come on, guys. Wherever we are, we have our televisions covered up. If we need it, we turn it on. If not, cover the fucking thing up. Cover every screen and video thing that you have in your house, your computer. Cover it up. Any mirrors in your bedroom, do not take them out. I know that they look cool and they make the room look bigger. I was an interior decorator. I know. Cover them up. Get them out of your bedroom. If you're staying in any other places, cover up the mirrors before you go to sleep. I have had firsthand it having to correct timelines with energies of people coming through mirrors to get to you. Do it for a while just so you can figure out what exact thoughts are yours and which aren't. That's it. And realize that the rest was illusions. But the illusions are that you have a stable economy, you have a stable job, that you have a place to live, that's an illusion. And I'm sorry. But see, they used me against y'all in order to rack up all y'all's information and get it in a big database so they could come take over DNA and try to take over the world. So I'm just glad that I'm still alive to come and tell you. Now, this is what being a galactic human is. This is what your frequency does. It produces, everything will be provided. And just wait, your dharma for all of us that live through this. This is the 21st. This is the alignment right now. I've already seen the magic. But last night, was a finalization of an attack that came onto our crew July 2019 in Los Angeles, right after the first earthquake went off. And I will tell you why Hawaii blew, and then I'm going to get off. I saw Hawaii blow, volcano, when we were in Sedona. I blew it. Whenever I connected in with Bree and heard Jason, so if you have any Jasons around you, they're connected into my deity twin by name. I can tell you that right now. The Steves are going to be changed because of Jason. And the Patricks are gone. Lower count. Or they need your help. Just by their name. I can tell you that right now, especially the ones watching our stories right now, because it's all the same story in different dimensions. This was healing the root race that was trapped without a heart. This is where the star seeds and those of us, this is in 2018 in a lot of ways, we went into the vector. And we birthed new. We've been building inside the sixth dimension this whole time. But they didn't have a heart at all because of the dimension that they were in was so fracked out in space. Because the further that you go down, the more mirrors and illusions come up because it can't hold free form. So that's why they're trying to get all of y'all and all of, that's why they're attempting to shut down the restaurants and project a restaurant experience into your house. Project a sunset because they're slowly trying to drive the consciousness underground to where you forget that there is anything up here. The more that they can have you looking at mirror projections of things, the more the rest of the world disappears because you're not out looking at it. Because every human on this planet is a projector of this planet. So the more that you stare at computer systems and video games and entertainment, although it's necessary, and look, it's part of ascension. Netflix shows were taken over by the Syrian consciousness a while back. That's why you got OA. Our Star Cruise did the 100. We manifested all of that for everybody else and for us. It's not your information. It comes in the collective bubble. You got it. It's not your story. Now, if it's your story, that's something different and it cannot be mimicked. That's the goddamn problem. They were trying to just take over our very character of the Matrix and project it back onto us in shows just like The Witcher. And then we had Netflix corporations and everything else coming at us too because they liked it that way. Because then everybody watching it remembers your power, but you think they have it and not you. And that's the lie. That's Bella's tricks. Orion, second generation star. My Saturn. That's Bella's tricks. Don't fall for it. Now, I'm not saying that those characters and all that isn't necessary. Hell yeah, because actually those beings really do have those superpowers. That's what's not. That's what you don't understand. You're making them powerful by telling them that they're powerful on that screen. Just realize that Superman really is Superman and Aquaman really is Aquaman. And because you gave them all those powers, but that ain't the right Wonder Woman. I can promise you that. That's why they're still wondering about it. See, we're going to use broadcasting and we're going to bring out new archetypes and we're telling you, yeah, this is you. And we're putting it on the screen and said, you can do it too. It's totally different, isn't it? Now, don't get mad at the actors even, not all of them, because most of them don't even know. They've been in such a, what we've learned is whenever magic, you can walk into your room And I order all illusions and magic to be broken off everybody that's watching this video right now. And if you don't want your illusions dropped, then I suggest you exit this right this very second. Anamoriti Akaramote, I got 10 on 5, 2, 9, 5, 5, 1, 1, 5, 5, 66. I flip to a 69 and I command all illusions of magic within DNA held to the highest DNA strands. And any low frequency sacrifice or mimicking or character description or character definement to be washed from all record of all that was not of universal law. For everyone on this live right now, say I accept. Narabarondiando rindi kara sekira moa ndia hainia hia no hani moa hini si moa hania haya inia moa hani ya sekira manando tokolo mondikira tekere manando koro mondikira sekira mandikira toko. Take a deep breath. If you feel dizzy, if you start coughing all of a sudden, I want you to cough until you cough up a loogie. There's plugs and gases held in your body that you need to cough it up and get it out so that you can elevate. There's bubbles you need to get out and mucus plugs that are holding energy in your body down to make it stay down. That's why healing's so important. But it's not what the world's set up on. Spirituality is ingrained in consciousness, is ingrained in every part of your life more than you ever knew, especially with your money. And this is the part that the men didn't get, because this is the part that the demons were running the sixth dimension from down there, holding the tip of that gate open and holding the whole thing in a lower parallel with this bullshit, and it's over. But I just need everyone to know that's what the hell's been going on. And DC Comics and DC and Washington, DC, same goddamn thing. And the DC is the back of your brain on your chart. Your IC is your mastery. Your MC is where you vibrate to. Your DC is where you came from. Your AC is where you're heading and what you're manifesting. And even those letters, even that was switched to Al and AL, my dad's name, but also Al-Garab, Al-Debaran, Al anything, with fake star systems and satellites that were set up and ports out there on Sirius A that made beings that shouldn't have fucking been made, holding the entire planet in an energetic gate. That's why the sun is coming apart. Every sun diver that you see, you can just remember when you go back, that was me being killed, which was all of y'all, the collective. So we stand together in unity, and we do not allow for any of this to manifest any longer. We command that you put down all your little playing cards and all your little characters or whatever your you dolls are or whatever the fuck it was. Because whenever you do, all you do is bind yourself from now here on out. So each thing you do, you're just blocking yourself more and more away from the collective. And then we thank you for helping us get out of it, because you're the one who built it. So now you have to re-engineer it to get out. But when you do, you change the whole world. That's what it takes to be divinity. That's what it takes to be a royal. And if you don't want to do the time, then don't pay the dime and don't sign. I'm sorry this has to be the 1221 update, but I knew for all of you guys, and I'm getting reports, I just wanted y'all to know everything's cool from the highest level, horns down. Okay? PTSD manifestation right now is the biggest problem on the planet. So to all my masters, horns down, telepathy off the chain. If you can gather around people that you know are ascended today, then do that. I know that there's people all over the planet that are even, we're about to go somewhere, telepathy is only going to way we're going to find them. And we're gathering back and we pulled off unity without sex. We pulled off an ascension of a planet without mating because we were being kept apart, all of us. So, but what it did for us shadow beings also, that know the power of sex, because it's so powerful and it's so pure, and we take way advantage of it down here. And all of us are virgins again, and there's a reason that we had to also remember how to assist without a man, and because a lot of us goddesses had to remember our sexual energy and utilize it in way many other ways than pleasing a man. And so I just want my twins and my goddesses to know, man, we kicked ass, and know everything that it's not just about that man. You were having those orgasms, literally building bubbles with the collective of protection, of healing, of all kinds of stuff. And then a lot of the reason that we're still not in union as a human race is because a lot of us don't understand the power of our sex yet. So everyone needs to stop longing and lusting, and then remember what that sexual power really did, because it really did take over the world. It really did. It's what held everything in the black magic. And it's something that we have to be responsible for. Okay? And the faster that we do that as a collective, then the more unions can come into play, because now it will start happening. They weren't hearing you. I know for a fact that a lot of us were standing across the street from them, or they were right in front of us, and they were supposed to see us over and over, and they didn't, because they couldn't see us or hear us. They were in another dimension. Or we were being kept, because that's how it was set up. So I wanted everyone to know that, because for those of, because that's what you're doing, is you're unifying the Aquarian version of you in the now. If you're a major starseed and you're multidimensional, then who were you in the 60s? Who were you, right? Like, or what projections were they using for you in the entertainment world? You have to claim those, because they took your life. They did. They took your character. So yeah, you can't go back and be that specific character, but then you were a culmination of how many? You might not even want to do that no more. That's fine. But that is what you're doing. That's what unity is. You're unifying your projection that was up in a sixth dimension that everyone was worshiping, but it was really you. And it's why it drives you crazy. All right. Misha, come with the coffee. Bye, guys. I love you. I love you all. Everything's cool. Hey, we need hand signals, especially in the United States. So I do this in my car when I know that I'm at a stoplight, or I'm driving and I know that I've got angels around me. I feel the energy of people around me. I know, and sometimes people in the cars are even helping me do stuff they don't even realize they're helping me do, moving around and doing certain things. So as I'm driving and if I go like this and I'm hitting the roof of my ceiling in the car, you see anybody else doing it? No. We're in the know. We're angels to angels on the ground. We're masters to masters on the ground. Boom, boom. I got you. Smokey and the Bandit, go watch it. If you haven't watched Smokey and the Bandit, go watch it. We need to start working like those CBs. Breaker, breaker, 19. Breaker, breaker, 19. We've got a Smokey up ahead. Hey, well, can you stop the highway for me then? Because we got to get this train through. And then all the ants go and they freaking line up and freaking make some big mess, to where the cop can't get to us, so we can get around and go on the tree. Go watch that movie, Cannonball Run, because that's exactly what the fuck it was, including Burt Reynolds and all the nasty shit that they did to his name. I've been helping him clean his name up. That's get your CBs out. Coffee's here.